1 minute, guys. 1 minute, baby. Let me do my due diligence. Big Lou in the building. You already know, baby. King hustlers, baby. Hustling kings in the building. Suge Knight, as always. Salute to all my niggas. Rookie, I see you, baby. Woo! Martin Silver in the building. You know y'all gonna get it today, man. Every motherfucking Friday, I'ma give it to y'all, man. Y'all call me crazy, whatever the fuck you want. I'm coming, man. Real talk, man. Yeah, man. Let me lower this down real quick. A lot of subjects to talk about. We got a lot of lives we're gonna do. Felix Jacino just touched in. Lamahieu, all the regulars, man. I love you guys checking in, man. TGI Fridays, open sessions, another session, another saga, and the saga continues, man. What up, man? Yeah, you know I got a rep, Martin, and the reason why I got it, you already know. We just signed my man up, so that's a great way to start, man. The Yankees had to sign the homie up. Yeah, I see you, Lamar. You always tuning in. Okay, guys, I'm expecting to have a live guy calling in. Let's see how it works out. I bought a new phone and everything. Hopefully this device will carry us through. Let's just hope. I hate the lag and shit, but there's nothing you could do about it. I just seen a Fat Joe video, and Fat Joe's in the millions, and this shit was super lagging on the live. So, I mean, it is what it is. Try to work with it, man, because I'm going to give y'all the best what I can do, man. Hump, I see you, baby. You know I got to rep that New York. All right, let's start. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Got to throw the hammer down on that. Triple H, everything, Syndicate Radio, TV, D, beaming. So proud of my little man. Credit fix. Never too late to get your credit fix. IG me, inbox me, email me, al.newyork@yahoo.com. Never too late to get your credit fix. You need advertisement? I keep telling y'all, just bless me, man. IG me, inbox me, hit me direct. I'll get you on the advertisement. I will get your product a little higher than where it's at right now, guaranteed. And last but not least, Pro Quick Print. Go to Instagram, get your custom-made shirts, get your already-made shirts, whatever you want on it. Hit my man up on the Instagram, Pro Quick Print. He'll be waiting on y'all, man. All right, let's get this started, man. I see a lot of people are tuning in. Obviously, the first thing I'm bringing up today is my New York Yankees and the signing of DJ Lamahieu. 6 years, 90 M's, $15 million a pop. This is a motherfucking steal. I don't know why this took so long to make it happen, because at $15 million, what DJ Lamahieu brings to the table, like Humpty know best, you can put him in any spot, any infield. He could DH for you. He hits for average. He's a quiet going individual. No problems in the locker room. Well, he is what you call a true professional. And I'm thank God that we signed him up, because if we would have had to let this true professional go, that would have really messed me up. He's the kind of guy you want to build a championship around. Look at Rookie hating already, man. Yeah, so like I said, man, I like Lamahieu. I like what he brings to the table. You could bat him lead off. You could bat him second. He batted a lot of times second in Colorado. You could put him in the 5th, 6th hole, shortstop, second base, third base, first base, even though I prefer having him at second and first and DH. But he is a utility player. He can do it all. You got anything to say before I move on, guys? Tack it right now. Salute to my sister, Daisy Gonzalez. I love you, baby. And everybody tuned in. Ernest Vega, you already know what it is. Okay, topic number 2. I'm not really going to eat off of this because my caller and me are going to chop this up. James Harden found a way out of Houston. Not only did he push 2 motherfuckers out of Houston and CP3 and Russell Westbrook, now he found a way to get himself out of Houston. Yo, and I'm telling you right now, on paper, the Brooklyn Nets look like they coming out the Eastern Conference on paper. But when you put those mentalities, all of them got mentality issues, even Kevin Durant. But I think Kevin Durant is the most stabilized of the 3. When Kevin Durant left Russell in OKC, After saying all that, I love you, you my brother, you run through a wall for me, and then like a week later, he jetted to Golden State without even calling them. You ask me, that's a mental issue. You don't do shit like that. Either that or you a snake ass, you know what? You can't do that. But Durant right now, I can honestly say, made amends after going to Golden State and basically picking up 2-3 rings by going to Brooklyn with a squad that was less than mediocre. Showed me a lot and showed me that he's trying to make amends. But him and the Kyrie thing I like with Caris LeVert, Dinwiddie, Jordan, Allen, I thought that was cool. I don't know if bringing James Harden is the answer in Brooklyn. I would have loved him in Philly because I think they needed him to get over the top. I don't think Brooklyn needed Harden to get out the Eastern Conference. I really thought they had a good enough team. And, you know, you got one knucklehead and a half, Kyrie knucklehead, Durant starting to get it back. I think they could have got through that. But you throw James Harden in there? This is very interesting. I'm telling you right now, Brooklyn's going to be very interesting. 14 mega deal. It's sad that, you know, Brooklyn had to lose something good in Caris LeVert because somebody has stated that LeVert could be the next Lou Williams. And I like that. I like that. I like that match. I like the fact that you bring Caris off the bench out of Michigan and he can score quickly like sweet Lou Williams could. So whoever set that on a post, that was a nice, that was beautiful. And the Nets, unfortunately, are going to lose this guy. Oladipo goes to the Rockets. Rockets get 8 picks on this, right? But this is the thing I keep trying to say. These picks are not important like football picks. Football picks, first round through fourth round, is diamonds all in that rut. NBA usually after like the 10th, 11th pick, you dealing with potluck. So if they getting 4 out of Brooklyn, Brooklyn's going to have a winning season every year as long as these guys show up and play every night. They might not win it all because they knuckleheads, but they will win on a day-to-day basis. We all know that. My thing is, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I just call a little flashback right now. My thing is, what are you going to do with all these late picks? Unless you're going to swap these picks maybe for a player down the line for the Rockets. I like the Oladipo pick with John Wall. I don't know what you're getting out of Boogie Cousins on this deal. Boogie, you know, Boogie's like, you don't know what you're getting with Boogie. Boogie looked the other day against the Lakers. He looked like he definitely ain't the old Boogie. John Wall looks happier than ever. It looked like he got out of prison being in Washington and then not going to the Houston Rockets. But like I said, y'all, me and my man going to tap this trade. I don't really like it. I don't think it's a great fit. I think Philly would have been a better fit. But let me get off this topic because me and my man's going to get that. Any questions, y'all, while we keep going? Yeah, Martin, Irvin, I kept saying in the post, he had to know this trade. Maybe Durant put him on because they buddies. And as soon as that happened, you seen he went missing for 5 days. Now, the NBA got him, you know, I think he was dancing with his sister in a party without a mask. So they got a suspension thing going on for that, the no mask thing. But if you ask me, you know, Kyrie, once he heard James Harden and once they was working in that deal, he was already done mentally with Brooklyn. So if you ask me, I'm not going to say he probably played his last game, but I know he's on the verge of playing his last game, and I think he's definitely out. He's not going to coexist with them two guys. Kyrie's just a different type of animal, man. It's hard to explain him. All right, let me see what Hump got here. Bitch move. They moved his ass. Every player could win. I can see Kyrie complaining about. Yeah, man. Humpty, you know we've been on Kyrie for a minute. Ain't nothing new. He's a crybaby. You know, he told LeBron he was staying there last year and voted on LeBron. LeBron had no clue. Not that LeBron, you know, deserves any type of loyalty the way he vanished on Cleveland on ESPN and didn't even let the owner know till he had to look at it on ESPN. So I'm not saying that since LeBron deserved it, it was all right. No, they both made coward moves to me. Kyrie's best spot to me, I don't know how he fucked up that Boston Celtic thing because he would have been the man even with them young gunners, with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who are emerging through the roof right now. I still thought Kyrie could have been that dude over there. Now you go with Durant. You know, what you going to do now? Who you going to go with now? The Knicks? And then what? You going to leave the Knicks too? I don't know, man. All right, let's see what we got here. He not playing tomorrow night. Yeah, we already know that, Lamar. Let me see what else you guys got before I keep going. Okay, that's where it ends at. So, basically, y'all know what it is with that trade. A lot of unhappy people. Houston's very happy. They was done. Eric Gordon was done with James Harden, throwing them under the bus. Now Houston can find a way. Oladipo will be nice with John Wall. They got the kid Wood. They got Eric Gordon. So Houston's going to be in the building process. But my thing is, I don't think they're going to get much out of those picks. So if I'm Houston, I maybe package those picks to a real weak team and get a decent player. They got 8 picks. Swap 4 to 2 different teams and get a player for them, because you're not going to get no diamonds right out immediately. These are players you're going to have to rebuild a year or 2 for them to be nice. You want to win now, you Houston, you trade those picks. Okay, let me go to other news real quick. Let me see what you got. A lot of y'all saying Kyrie's done. I agree. Yeah, Humpty, Celtics is obviously the place he should have stood at. I mean, how better can you get it? You with a bunch of young studs. You could have been the captain of that ship. You know what I mean? Now they're in a better position with Kemba Walker, because Kemba Walker's a team player. But if you told me right now, Al, who could be who on a one-on-one, who's better overall between Kemba Walker and Kyrie Irving, easily Kyrie Irving. But who's a better teammate? Kemba Walker by a mile. But if Kyrie Irving could have bought in that Boston Celtics shit with Stevens, Coach Stevens, they could have done damage for years. But like I said, I think he has young stages of that Delonte West mental illness. Y'all think I'm playing, man. Dog, the decision this guy's be making, it's just, your son, it's crazy. How do you leave? That's a perfect fit. And now Boston. But you know what? I don't want to overkill. Let's move on. Jacksonville Jaguar. Let's go to the NFL. I'm not going to praise them and say they're going to win right away. No. Did they make the right decision? I think they made the best possible decision in getting Urban Meyer. Now, the thing with Urban Meyer always comes down to a health issue. My thing is, when they go 2-14 again, or 3-13, is he going to have health conditions again, where he's going to leave the club? My thing, he's got to be ready to have at least one bad year out the gate. I think Urban Meyer is the type of dude, great college coach. Let me give you his college career record, 187-32. He's an 85% winner, 12-3 in bowl games. He coached Utah Tech. Let me tell you, I got all the teams right here. Florida Gators, Bowling Green, and Ohio State. And with the Gators, he was 65-15, and with Ohio State, 83-9. The guy can coach. My thing is, usually college coach don't pan out in the NFL. I got a trivia question for my man that's going to call in on this specific topic, but I'm not going to put it out there now. But what I'm saying is, I think Urban was the guy. You got the number one overall pick, Trevor Lawrence, who I'm not totally sold on, but I would agree he is the number one. But I don't think he's just going to come in and start lighting up the NFL like Justin Herbert did. And you know what I mean? I just don't think he's just going to come in Joe Burrow. No, I don't think he's coming in like that. I think he's going to start slower. But, you know, he's got the height. He's got speed. He's a perfect quarterback, tall, can see over the line. Urban Meyer got a lot to work with this young guy. Not to mention, they got 11 picks in this draft. So right now, Jacksonville is going to be in a rebuilding mode. There's a lot of promising things for Ada Cruz and her Jacksonville Jaguars. This girl loves Jacksonville. But it's not going to happen overnight. This is why you got to give him a 3-year window to a 5-year window. And not to mention, they got $100 million in salary cap in a state that is no taxes. So what that means to you guys that don't know what that means is that's going to be a spot that players are going to want to go to once they see this franchise improving. Now, don't diss them yet, guys. I understand they suck. They at the rock bottom. I understand that. But if you give Urban Meyer a 5-year plan, he'll get that shit fixed up in 3. I'm telling you. Now, are they going to be Super Bowl contenders? Maybe after the 5th year, because Urban Meyer is going to have his hands on all the draft picks, who they sign and don't sign, and who they release and don't release. The guy knows his football. Any questions? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, X. That no tax and that free money, free agents are going to go there. I don't know about he ain't doing nothing for Jacksonville. Maybe in a 1-year period, X. I mean, nobody's going to do nothing in 1 year. Jimmy Johnson went to the Cowboys. He was 1-15 his first year. Pete Carroll got slaughtered with the Jets early on in his career. Nobody just going to come in from college, turn this shit around. I ain't even got to mention Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly didn't even make it in the NFL. So you got to give him time. Don't expect him to go to Jacksonville and pull out motherfucking 8 wins. That's not going to happen. He can only go up. They had 1 win. If he brings them to 4 wins, that's already a successful first year, no matter how you cut it. But they got to continue to build on a yearly basis to see the progress, and he's got to make the right punches on these free agent deals, and the draft picks are going to have to be, I mean, he's going to have to be like he's disassembling a bomb, picking these draft picks. That patient. Let's move on, man. Salute to my man D Beeman. I did a live video with him yesterday on Facebook Live. He's got a fight February 7th. I expect all my peoples to tune in. Once I give y'all the way to tune in, it's going to be a live event out of Colombia. He's going to have 2 fights. Then he's going to have that mega fight. So I advise y'all, if y'all could do it for me, if y'all don't want to do it for him, do it for me. Support my man, man. This guy earned it, man. I like to see a guy that's been putting in the work since day 1. I mean, putting in the work. Make it. I love that. I mean, that's the best story because I'm going through that right now when I'm putting in numerous work for free. So I'm hoping I'm a guy you guys cheer for, and I'm definitely a guy that he's a guy that I'm definitely cheering for. You know what I mean? You put in the work for years consistently. You give us a product to work with. You got to support people like that. And that's why I'm his biggest fan. And salute to him February 7th. And hopefully he gets through that, gets to that mega fight, and blows up, man. God bless him, man. I had to get that out there, man. Any other questions, y'all? X, from what my understanding, DJ Lamahieu finalized his deal. So, yes, he is a Yankee. Unless Humpty got something else there for us. But let me see what Humpty got. Didn't Dallas coach after Johnson come to a straight collapse? Oh, yeah, come out of college. Yeah, Hump. That was Switzer. Well, like I said, Hump, let's stay out of that. I got a trivia. Let's stay out of that. Let's not mess with that right there. Okay, guys, any more questions before I move on? I'm strolling down, so work with me, guys. Okay, Martin Silver said, what do you think about the Dolphins with 5 picks in 3 rounds? That's a great thing, Martin, but the biggest question in Miami is Tua Tags, the quarterback. They want him to be for the next 5-10 years. Obviously, when they made the pickup, they thought yes. But as we all seen them in the NFL field, he looked real small. He looked scared out there. And I understand it's his first year, so you got to work with him. He was great in Alabama, but who ain't great in Alabama when you think about it? Alabama got bum quarterbacks that make it to the NFL, like McCarron, etc., and don't be shit. The team is so good, it makes the quarterback look good. Now, I'm thinking about if Mac Jones is really that good. I think he is because I like his arm strength. I like that he's a big guy, but we ain't going to know who he is till he step on the NFL. Back to Miami. Them picks are huge because what do? Do you go get another quarterback? I know you got Fitzmagic there, but Fitzmagic's not going to stay there the next couple years just teaching this young boy. Fitzmagic wants to work. He still got a couple years in him. Fitzmagic could run a team. You've seen he's done it. If you ask me, I thought Fitzmagic was the better quarterback of the 2 last year. But they invested in Tua, and they want Tua to work. And the thing is he the answer? So to answer your question, Martin, they are going to stock up. What I don't know is if they're going to get another QB. That I can't answer, my dude. Okay, X put Nick Saban didn't do well. Yeah, Nick Saban coached the Miami Dolphins. I think he had a 16-17 record, if I'm correct. No, he didn't do well. The ex-Louisville coach, I forgot his name, a great college coach. He actually gave a letter to all his players and quit the team in Atlanta. I can't get his name right now. I just can't get it. But y'all know who I'm talking. Damn, is it Bobby Petrino? I could be wrong. I think it's Bobby Petrino. I could be wrong. If I am, correct me. But all I'm saying is, this motherfucker gave every guy on the team a letter and said, yo, I'm done. I love y'all. He couldn't even have a meeting and told him he was leaving. Because the thing is, when you in college and you coaching these young boys, you could use that father technique on these young boys. You can't go to the NFL with that. You can't. These guys got families. These guys got bread. These guys are established. You got to know how to coexist with these money diva motherfuckers. You can't be talking down on cats like you do in college. And that's why a lot of times it's hard for these college coaches to make this adjustment because they got that military mindset. That's not working in the NFL, and that's why they would never work unless you make an adjustment. What else we got? You guys are getting me open now. I'm starting to feel this a little bit. Let me see what else we got. I don't want to miss nobody. I missed a lot of people the other day. Let me see. I'm just trying to read through to see what's going on. What's going to the Celtics for Kemba Walker and stuff? Marn Silver said, Russ going to the Celtics for Kemba and some picks. If I'm the Celtics, no way in the world I do that. Kemba Walker, it's a way better pure point guard than Russell Westbrook. Of course, Westbrook would get all the numbers. You look at the stats, Westbrook's going to have them. I think Kemba's a better fit. He's not greedy, gives the ball up. He thinks pass before shoot. And then you saying picks on top of that. No deal for me, Martin. Let me see what else you got here before I move on. I ain't forget you, Ern. You going to call at 9:30 Eastern. Ern, 9:30 Eastern. I'm just going to look to see if I miss anything, guys. You got any new questions? Post them up. Humpty, you kind of quiet. What's good, baby? It's Friday. You should be drinking at home, not working, with some fucking questions, man. Let me see what else. Okay, the GM and head coach never wanted to draft Tua. Yeah, X, I mean, they did, though. It don't matter who wanted, who didn't want it. Tua's a Miami Dolphin. They picked him in front of the Rookie of the Year, Justin Herbert. Nobody really seen that coming. I'm not going to sit here and lie and thought Herbert was going to be better than anybody. I know he was nice in college in Oregon, but I didn't know that was going to carry to the NFL. But let me tell you something right now. The Chargers got a quarterback, barring no injuries, that's going to do damage for at least 10 years. Chargers is set at quarterback, barring injury. Let me see what else. Okay, X said that Mac Jones won't do nothing in the NFL. I would have to agree with you, X, due to all the Alabama quarterbacks that came out. But I think if you put Mac Jones in a nice situation, I think he pans out. But he can't be like Herbert was with the Chargers, where he kind of carried the Chargers, even though they had a losing record. But y'all know they was in every game. Anthony Lynn messed up a lot of those games late, not knowing how to play call late. But Herbert would succeed. I think if you put Mac Jones in a better situation, he would succeed. But he won't do what Justin Herbert did. I agree with you. Elvis in the building. Who that, baby? Okay, all right, let me get through these subjects, because I got my man calling me in 5 more minutes. Y'all know Monday night, Crimson Tide slaughtered the Ohio State Buckeyes, 52-24. They went on a 38-10 run late. Sherman got hurt on the first play. Somebody was trying to tell me that changed the whole game. Let me tell you something. I had Ohio State. I don't care if you had Herschel Walker out there. They was not beating Alabama that night. Alabama was clicking on all cylinders. and that's bottom line. And that's why I hate to go against Alabama. But if you're going to give me 9 points, I'm going to take that all day. I don't care who you are. It just didn't pan out for me this time. Okay, other news. New York Jets. I like what they did. My boy Pete Sabato's really upset with this because he loved the coordinator, the defensive coordinator, Robin Salem. But this is the thing, Pete. You should be happy for him. I know you hurt for your team. But if you like this defensive coordinator, be happy that he landed a head coaching job, man. And I'm not saying that he's going to turn the Jets around immediately. But what I like about this guy, he works hard. He's going to have those Jets working hard. So if you're a Jet fan, you got a lot to be happy about. The thing that I don't know about this guy is his X and O game. I know he's good on defense, but who's going to run the offense? You're going to have to get a high talented offensive caller for the Jets. Because if you can't move the ball, it's going to almost feel like that when they hired Todd Bowles, who Todd Bowles specialized on defense, but had nobody to train that offense correctly. So you have to get a high caliber offensive coordinator because Robert Salem, head coach, he could run the defense. I don't even think he need a defense coordinator. He'll probably have a mascot out there pretending to be one, but he's calling the defense. This guy's the defensive guru. But you got to get an offensive coordinator. The Jets are on the verge of trying to big up. If they get Justin Fields, I hope they get him for trade bait. You do not need Justin Fields. I told you I think Donald can do the job if you put the right pieces around him and then work with that. And in a few years, if he continues to non-accelerate, if he doesn't accelerate, then you get rid of him. But I think that there's a big window for Donald with pieces around him. I think he could bring that USC magic to the Jets, but you got to put pieces around him, and that's my take on that situation. Any questions on that? Yeah, Ernest, I'm working, baby. You know I got to give my viewers that work. I got to give it to them. They wait all week for this. Okay, Martin said Kluber 1 year, $11 million. My son just gave me that update. Believe it or not, I'm going to bring my son on the show eventually. This kid, my son's amazing, man. When y'all see him, he's a little white boy, though. I'm going to put y'all on. Little white boy with blonde hair. Came out looking like the baby mother, whatever. But he a beast. He's telling me that Kluber's washed up, but hopefully, he passes the physical. Hopefully he can find that stuff that he had a few years ago because we all love Kelly Kluber, man. You know what I mean? Kluber. I love Kluber, man. I mean, Kluber got that curveball that if he's on point, I don't think nobody can hit it, man. But Kluber, 1 year deal, you know what? I like it. We don't sign him long term. If he doesn't pan out of here. If he's panning out, let's say mid-season, 3/4 of the season, you drop that extension. That's how you do that. Perfect 1 year deal. I love it. What else we got here, guys? Yeah, Ernest said the Niners will be very healthy next year. True indeed. So many defensive guys, they got hurt. Offensively, Debo went down. Kittle had the time that he went down. Quarterback went down. Mostert went down. Tevin Coleman went down. They had the bug all year round, but I'm telling you right now, if the 49ers get either Stafford or Watson, they're going to be competing in that championship game next year with all these guys that are going to come back healthy. You heard it from me right now on the Al York Sports Show, but they got to get a quarterback. You can't move the ball with Mullins. The other backup from Iowa, I can't get his name right now. And Jimmy G's definitely out. They said Jimmy G's definitely out. They're not going to mess with Jimmy G no more. But the young kid from Iowa and Mullins are not the answer for the 49ers. They're the real good backups, but you got to get a starting quarterback. You got a lot of teams. You got Pittsburgh that needs to start a quarterback if they decide not to do Big Ben again. Patriots need a quarterback. I mean, a lot of teams need quarterbacks, but these are teams that are ready to win right now if they had a quarterback. Yeah, Matt Ryan. I don't know if Matt Ryan is a great fit for the 49ers with the way they run that mobile offense. But one thing I can say is that Shanahan was the offensive coordinator the year they went to the Super Bowl with Ryan behind the helm, and they did a lot of amazing things offensively. But I think if you put a quarterback that got any type of mobility, that's going to take Shanahan's offense to a whole other level. I'm going to say one name. They get this one do, it's over. Deshaun Watson. Because Deshaun Watson, they can call plays for him where he bootleg and run and get 10, 12 yards right off the rip. Right off the rip. Matt Ryan don't have that ability, unfortunately. What else we got, y'all? He said Big Ben finished. I'm not going to go that far. Okay, Ernest Vega, you want to hit me with that hit up? I mean, I still got stuff. I got the free plays. Make sure y'all stay for the free plays. Me and Noah smoking hot, man. We smoking hot. Noah won something like 7 in a row, 8 in a row. My teasers are like 12 and 3. I mean, we giving y'all free money. Let me see if I pick this up real quick, y'all. And let me know if you guys can hear me. What's up, baby?
Big Al, what's good? Yeah.
What's going on, brother?
Before we go anywhere, I'm not saying anything that Watson is not a bad choice, but after Hopkins took off, the kid's been taking a lot of hits, even with Hopkins while he was there. So I don't understand why a lot of people want to see Watson go to the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too much of a big fan of him. Go ahead, do your thing. Let me see your perspective when it comes to Watson.
First of all, Watson, I don't even think he's totally in his prime yet. He's probably a year away from his prime or at his prime starting out. The kid's got a hell of an arm. He can quarterback. He proved he could just sit back and throw that rock. And he's got the scrambling ability that your team would like under Shanahan's offense. Now, I'm not saying Matty Ice can't run it because he ran it in Atlanta. I understand that. And he ran the offense to a high level. A high level. But if you throw Watson in there, you get the same quarterback with mobility. Why wouldn't you want that? I'll take that all day.
But with our running game, we don't need a mobile quarterback. We just need a quarterback that can hit their targets. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. We got a running game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking on the way like you said. Play action. You know, guys can move one way, left way, and he can take off. I'm not saying he can't. You know what I'm saying? But as far as his career so far, like you say, he's not in his prime yet. For me, I haven't been impressed yet in Houston as a quarterback for him. You know what I'm saying? But that's
I'm very impressed. You know why? When they strip you of your best receiver and you still line it up, or you get mad love from me. You get mad love from me. They stripped him of top 3 receiver in the league in D-Hop.
Yeah, he's top 3.
Bill O'Brien gonna mention that. He got 8 baby mamas and all that. That ain't got nothing to do with football, dog. And now O'Brien is out of there. Watson lost his main receiver, so you know what? He already gave that organization all the loyalty they needed. Go look out for yourself now. Go mess with Shanahan and let Shanahan take your game to a whole other level.
Let's just hope they all come back healthy and ready with Bosa and all the boys. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. But
yo, Debo, let me mention this. Debo, so underrated.
No,
Debo Samuel, so underrated.
He's just on the level.
Beast, my nigga.
He's just on a level to get better every year as his career goes.
Oh, he's a beast.
Sky's the limit, you know what I'm saying, for Debo. Now, one of my topics I would love to kick it with is, you know, one of the biggest moves so far the year in the NBA, which is the Brooklyn Nets. You know, everybody here saying, will it work, will it won't work? They're the team to beat in the East, this and that. But there's a lot of history with these 3 players, not just playing together, but individually. You know what I'm saying? I can start off with KD. KD, you know what I'm saying? Great ball player, one of the top 3 in the league. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is, I say, the bad move he made, although when you look at it, the Warriors didn't need him for those last 2 chips. Because when everybody thought Oscar Robertson was hating when he said a jump shooting team would not win a chip, we all saw LeBron put that to an end. And I believe Curry and Thompson would have only ended up with 1 chip. But when KD came around, You know, everybody was mad because of the movie made, because it should have been Oklahoma City in the last 2-3 years, or the last 5 years making the noise. You know what I'm saying? But of course, KD went, did what he did. Now he took off. He's in Brooklyn now. You know what I'm saying? Boom. As far as Kyrie goes, it's like I always say with the LeBron James fans that say he this and he that over Michael Jordan, but be the same ones camping out, waiting for them Michael Jordans to come out in the stores. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie never made the playoffs by himself. Never won 30 games by himself until LeBron James showed up. And we all know when you're the best player on the planet, your presence means a lot. So he got the opportunity because we all thought LeBron might have had taken that last shot in Game 6 against the Warriors. Or was it Game 6?
All right, let me get in.
Do you think?
Let me get in. I think that shot killed Kyrie Irving.
As far as the one he took against Curry.
Yeah, I think it killed Kyrie Irving. You know why? It made him think that he was that dude after that shot. Not only that, Kobe called him up. Rest in peace, the late Kobe Bryant.
Sure.
They was talking, and Kobe told them straight out, it's time to do you and lead a team. I don't know why he did that. If you ask me, that's kind of hating on LeBron on the low. If you ask me, you know what I mean? That's like I go to your girl and I'll be like, yo, why you with Ernest? Yo, do you like be on your own? Like, yeah, you should be on your own. You don't need to be with Ernest. Like, that's hating, dog. He hated on the low on LeBron. That got Kobe Bryant gassed up where he felt he could run a team. And like you said, he totally forgot that was LBJ's team.
Exactly.
Totally forgot with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. That was a hell of a shot. One of the greatest shots I ever seen in the most important game ever. But I think that hurted his character, dog. It hurted him so much that he was in a perfect situation with the Boston Celtics. Perfect situation. He got young dogs over there. Tatum's of the world. Jaylen Brown's of the world. Marcus Smart's of the world. And you messed that up, dog?
Jason Tatum.
Then you go to Brooklyn with KD, acting like y'all been cool for years. And then you hear they getting James Harden and you packed up already? I don't know, Duke, man. I really don't know, Duke, man. Yeah, get at him before we move to the next subject, man.
Okay, and James Harden. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you won 3 straight scoring titles. You know what I'm saying? Averaging 30 points a game.
The big one.
But when you look at the W's, Michael averaged 30 points plus a game also with a lot of wins and chips behind that. You know what I'm saying? James Harden is just a fantasy ball player. Because the postseason, we don't see none of that. Never shows up.
Well, look, I'm just going to say like this, and then we're going to move on. We all know that James Harden's not a team player. We all know that. He ran CP3 out of Houston, who's one of the best team players in the NBA.
And he's running with Phoenix and
CP3 is one of the best players in the NBA, bottom line. He went to Houston, they got better. He went to OKC, they got better. He's in Phoenix now, they're getting better. That's mentioned when he started off with the New Orleans.
And let's not forget.
And the LA Clippers.
Let's not forget, when he was a rookie, his first 2 years as New Orleans, he might have lost the series, but he dominated and averaged 30 points plus against the San Antonio Spurs. Broke them all down by himself.
Yeah. And then everybody already knew Russell Westbrook and him was going to work. That was a marriage that was not going to work.
Now
that was like when Puffy got with J-Lo. Me and my man gave it an over-under of 15 months. We had a better over-under on that shit. So we knew that wasn't going to work, just like I knew this wasn't going to work.
Dude wrote 2 songs when they broke up with that little couple shit going on over there. You know what I'm saying?
But back to James Harden.
Yeah, James, don't get me wrong.
He can put up all the numbers.
He can put all the numbers he wants, But the numbers count come postseason, especially when you know that team's going to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Now, the one thing I will offer, and I will reunite if it could happen, the one trade I would do is make a package deal with Kyrie, send him off to Washington, and bring Westbrook and reunite those three. And let me tell you something, it might sound crazy, but hey, it's like Lotto, you never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he not. Listen. He not gonna play with Harden again. Russell
Well,
Westbrook's not gonna play with him again.
It wasn't a problem with Harden as far as when they were playing in Oklahoma and Houston. But I believe you bring him back with KD. I think that they'll settle down behind closed doors and be like, look, let's put this shit away. We grown now, you know what I'm saying? Bygones be bygones, and boom, let's do it. But I would love to see that trade happen. Kyrie, send him off. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me give one scenario, then we're going to move on. You don't want to overkill this topic. If Kyrie Irving was smart, which I know he's not going to do, if I was Kyrie Irving, let's say I was Kyrie Irving, I'll have my plans to leave because he already wants to leave. But I will play this year out to the best of my ability, just like Kevin Durant did when Draymond Green screamed on him. He already knew he was leaving, but what he did, he didn't make sure. He played out the year, hoped to get a chip, then bounce. I think that's what Kyrie should do. Play out the year, do the best teamwork you could do with Harden. See if y'all can get a ring. You don't know. You don't know. And then if it doesn't work, you out.
One more quick thing. We also got to. I was praising Kyrie Irving as far as a dribbler. Like, I don't remember recalling seeing a dribble like that since Isaiah Thomas back in the days. Like, his dribble was crazy. And that's what made his game, you know what I'm saying? Like, his dribble would take him anywhere around that court, whether he was going to pass or score. You know what I'm saying? But, like you said...
All mental.
And that's what people forget. It's more mental in all sports than it is physical. Because we all know once you feel something wrong, that can take your whole shit away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kyrie's so mental. We all know he got game, Ernest. We all know. But listen, let's jump to another topic real quick. What do you want to hit up before? Because we got about 7 minutes before I give out my free plays. What do you want to hit up?
Real quick, your Yankees just signed Lamahieu, which was good, get that headache out the way. But remember what I kept telling you. It's about the pitching. You just signed Kluber now. Kluber,
1 year.
He's been hurt maybe the last year and a half, so you know what I'm saying? But I believe you can get something out of him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's washed. I believe he can still give you a good solid year, be like the 1-2 punch to Cole, or maybe the third punch. But we also got to remember, there's one more pitcher out there, and nobody knows where he's going yet, and that's Bauer. If you guys, which I don't want to happen, I want him to come to the Mets. But if the Yankees were to sign Bauer, sky's the limit with that pitching staff now. Like I said, it's all about pitching when it comes to postseason. You can have all the hitting in the world, but great pitching style's great hitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know that already.
You guys got the lineup when it comes to hitting, but y'all haven't, got over that hump to win that chip yet with that team. You know what I'm saying? What's your take on that?
Yeah, the thing we had to do, though, me and Hunter talked about this via post. We had to get DJ LeMahieu. I don't care how long that took. We had to make him a Yankee. This guy is a tremendous guy in the locker room. He can do so many different things. The guy can hit. I love DJ LeMahieu. And at 15 a pop, he's a fucking steal. 6 years, $90 million. 15 is a steal.
It didn't come expensive.
This day right now, it's a steal. But we have to get at least 2 more pitches. No matter how you cut it, we have to get 2 more pitches. Hold up. Let me see. Hold on. Ernest, they writing something. Let me see what they putting up here real quick. Yeah. X is saying that the Mets, rotation is good now. You like the Mets. What do you think about the Mets rotation? My man X said the Mets rotation better.
DeGrom, Carrasco, Me personally, their best player doesn't play every day, and that's the Grom. You know what I'm saying? As far as Syndergaard, he hasn't been the same ever since he's been getting hurt year after year. Slow, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say he's slowing down, but at the same time, if you can make a move for a big bat, you know what I'm saying, on a trade or something, Syndergaard be in the package deal in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you still got Bauer out there. You know, let's give this guy the money. Give him what he wants. Let's go. You know,
How about Marcus Stroman?
Stroman, he had 1 or 2 good years in Toronto and still hasn't found himself ever since. You know what I'm saying?
He got a good arm, though. You can't lie. He got a good arm. He remind me of a guy he remind me of Dennis All You Can Boyd. I don't know if you remember that from the Boston Red Sox.
The oil
Marcus
can.
Stroman reminds me of them. But the only thing, All You Can was more real. Like he was gangster. Little dude. Almost had a face on him. But great arm. And Stroman got a great arm.
My thing when it comes to the Mets is hitting. You need hitters. You know, when you had Jose Reyes and David Wright, you had, you know what I'm saying, you had Beltran, Delgado, the dude that played right field, he ended up going to Boston. I used to call him the horse because he was that good. But I mean, you got to put veterans around this squad. You know what I'm saying? You don't want Polar Bear to be lost out there by himself. I'm not a big fan of Conforto. I just think the girls like him because he's a pretty boy. But if you put a Springer out there with him, you know what I'm saying, and you put a few.
Gotta get Springer though. Gotta get Springer.
You know what I'm saying? You need Springer out there. You need
gotta get Springer.
Let me tell you something. I'll make a package deal real quick and go get what's his name, Arenado for third base in Colorado. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, one way or another, the Yankees or Boston are gonna find a way to grab his ass and put him on that team. And I know it's gonna happen if the Mets don't try to make that move. You know, like I said.
This the only thing. It's gonna be hard to get Arenado because he represents the Rockies. And they need that one guy that the people can come watch.
Yeah, but they got a couple of bats on that.
Logan Alvarado, I don't think he's going anywhere. He reminds me of the boy from Cincinnati, the first baseman. What's his name?
Joey Votto.
Yeah, Votto. Everybody wants Votto. Votto just loves Cincinnati. They love him. He's their pride guy. Arenado's their pride guy. Now, I'm not saying if they overwhelm Colorado with a trade, they won't trade him. But it's got to be an overwhelming trade. Has to be.
The problem with Colorado is they don't have no pitching. So
we know that. But let's keep it Mets. Don't even go Colorado. Let's keep it Mets.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as the Mets go, you know, for me, Lindor, I've been following him since the Cleveland era. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to see him. But we got to remember, you only got him for 1 year. So before I buy that jersey, you need to go ahead and give him a big contract. Because the one jersey that I own, to me, the most electrifying since Strawberry was Jose Reyes. And then what happened? He shot off to Miami on me. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Yo, don't Jose Reyes look like Lindor or Lindor look like Jose Reyes? They switch it and look the same. He's like a junior of Jose Reyes with more
flashy, shows up, plays the game on and off the field, you know, and I like that. You know, you got to be loose. So, you know what I'm saying? The new generation, they got to be loose. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope the Mets go out there and get 1 or 2 more bats, make a nice move. You know, I thought they were looking, I seen somebody post the other day about Chris Bryant, but he just signed a 1-year contract with Chicago. So right now, he may not be going anywhere, or he can be traded during the middle of the season, depending where the Cubs is at, because he's only signed a 1-year contract. Right. You know, so I mean,
I'm not big on Chris Bryant. I liked him in the early going. He's got a hole in his back. I don't see him a good fit with the Mets. I know a lot of people would like him better than probably what they got already. But I'm not a big fan of Bryant. He's got a hole in his back. Now, early going, he did a lot of work. But once the pitchers figured him out, I don't think he made that adjustment to get him on top again.
I still say I still say the Cubs are still fucking drunk off that fucking World Series, and they haven't found themselves yet ever since. And they got a lot of
No, they
solid
were
players.
supposed to win about 2-3, man. They fucked that up. And
Yeah.
then not to mention, the homeboy left, man. The GM left. So it's like,
And I was
you know what I'm
hoping
saying? They done.
I was hoping the Mets would go ahead and sign him as a GM. You know what I'm saying? And then of course,
DOSP.
and of course, Lester would buy in for 1 year or two and sign with the Mets. You know what I'm saying? And you know, help that
DOSP is the man.
rotation.
I always said it.
You know, he's a monster when it comes to sign. And I'm telling my family members, yo, I come cheap. Give me $500,000. Just give me the fucking checkbook, and I'm gonna start buying everybody. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple.
Yo, DOSP will come and get you a World Series.
Definitely.
He did it with Boston. That thing went about almost 100 years. The Cubs went 100-year plus. What else that guy needs in his resume, dog? What else?
And even though it's been,
The guy can turn a franchise around overnight. And if you give him a team like the Mets that already has pieces, oh, it's a wrap.
he can add on with no problem. He can add
It's
on.
a wrap, dog. DOS gonna get them guys put in the chip in 3 years. No longer than 3 years.
You know?
Real quick, 4 minutes, New York Knicks. Talk to me.
How? New York Knicks. First move. I'm not a Knicks fan. You know that. I'm a Bulls fan. But I watch them all. First move. Sell the team. Dolan got to be out. Fuck the players. You got to start with the owner. You got to get him out. You know what I'm saying? You have to. Mecca of basketball, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, I don't care what team you play for, who you are, everybody want to play in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I tell the people, watch the clips of the 90s. Even though the Knicks didn't win, but the crowd, the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? You'll never see that again until you start, making the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? They got a young team, but nobody's a superstar there. They were all superstars in college, not in the pros.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're playing hard. Thibodeau, defensive coach, won a chip with Boston as a defensive coach, went to the Bulls, turned that team around until Derrick Rose got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And they have plenty of potential over there. But I believe, you get the right pieces, sky's the limit for that team, but you need 2 superstars on that team. Now, like I said, the first move is the owner. He gotta go. I believe.
Yeah, but that's easy to say. I've been preaching that for 5 years on my show. I even had a special beat with him getting kicked out of New York. He ain't going nowhere, dog.
Real quick, let me ask you. You think the Mets grab Lindor if the Wilpons are still there? See what I'm saying?
I got you.
That's the poison in the New York Mets. We got rid of that. Now as looking out from the outside with the Knicks, I believe the Knicks owner gotta go. That's the main problem. That's everybody keeps saying Dolan gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why
That's
is he?
what I'm saying. But right now with the team they got, I knew I kind of put the kibosh on them the other day. Because I was like, I'm so happy my team is winning. We went out on a 3-game winning streak or some shit. But I did clarify and said that we were going to hit a wall soon. Because we were playing over our heads somewhat. And ever since I had that video, they haven't won a game, Ernest.
They were up a couple of points against
I don't know
Cleveland.
how they doing tonight. Are they winning tonight? Are they winning?
You're
Ernest,
breaking
are
up.
they winning tonight?
They were up by a basket or 2 against Cleveland at halftime, but that's Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. I can get 5 brothers in Harlem right now to go ball against Cleveland also. You know what I'm saying?
Cleveland got better as long as they got their guards playing. But what I'm saying is, if Thibodeau gets the Knicks to the playoff, it's an automatic successful year.
Oh, definitely.
I think they'll pass the 22.5 games they predicted to win. I think I think they'll pass that in 72 games. They'll get about 30, 40 wins, 30, 35 wins. But to me, you got to make the playoff if you want it to be a real successful year. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does, it'd be great for all of us fans, the Mecca, and then we continue to build around that, though. We got to continue to build. We can't stop building, and then we can bring basketball back to New York. You feel me? Because right now, Brooklyn getting all the love right now.
It's crazy because when you look at the
getting all the love. But yo, Ernest, say your last word. I got to give out these free picks.
All right. Real quick, Brady, Breeze, I love them both. Brady's looking to beat Breeze for the first time this year as a Tampa Bay Buck. All right? And like I told you earlier during the week, I love them both to death. Michigan alumni, Tom Brady, Breeze, been doing this thing. I've been a big fan ever since San Diego let him go. Okay? But what
Now,
I
you know
want
where Breeze played at, right?
say that again, and Purdue,
You know where
a
Breeze played
Boilermaker.
at?
Boy, he's a
There you go.
Boilermaker.
Purdue. There
You
you
know what
go.
I'm saying? But when he was it, I believe San Diego, I always said, gave up 3 titles. Actually, 2 players, but 3 titles. That was Eli and that was Breeze. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say this, I'm going to sit back, enjoy both those 2 Hall of Fame future Super Bowl champions, and I'm just going to take the game over. So, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
That's all
There
I'm
you
going to
go.
I can't pick either one. I'm just going to take the game over and probably 2 player props. Both of them shooting over 300. You know what I'm saying? All I want to say is, Al, you already know, salute, LUST. I'm still
Yes,
out
sir.
here. I'm still out here in DR. I won't be back till March. So every week for the next couple of
Sure
few
good,
weeks,
baby.
you're going to see me out
Yo,
here.
come on live with a door on DR. I love it. We circling the country. I'm in Vegas, you in DR. I love it.
Wherever we go, you go. You know what I'm saying?
You already know. But
And to
listen,
all the,
thank
and to
you.
all the fans,
We'll be,
including yourself, stay healthy out
yeah.
there. One love, baby. Al,
Likewise, and stay up, my brother. Ernest
you
Vega,
already
baby.
know.
Go holler, lower deck, baby.
Lower deck, salute, baby. Al
Okay.
York Sports in the building.
Let's get
You
it, baby.
already. Much love, baby.
Let's get it. All right, baby. All right.
All right.
Yeah, y'all, that's Ernest Vega, one of my regulars. We normally get Felix Casino in the building, too. We got to get Humpty a little more. B. Ford in the building. All my regulars, man. Steve Levine, Jose Ramos. Yo, Apple, what's up with all these thumb downs? What? I don't understand why you doing that. Is it because the Knicks lost again? But anyway, we got a couple minutes left, guys. Let me get this out to y'all. I hope you guys enjoy the lives. I'm trying something new. We did the phone calls. Humpty kind of missed that. A lot of people like the lives. The only thing I don't like about the live, the audio's a little not all that. And I don't like the lag and shit. I'm not too big on the lag. But like I said earlier, Fat Joe's a millionaire, and he had a video the other day that was live, and that shit was lagging like worse than my shit. So I guess there's nothing that can be done about that. But yeah, okay, Apple. I was a little bugging out. I thought you was just down in everything we were saying. It was the Knicks then. Okay, I got it now, my brother. Enjoy your weekend. And guys, get these free picks in. Noah Parker right now is 15-8. I should give him 16 wins. Let me explain to you why. Last Friday, we gave out Washington +8. When Alex Smith was ruled out and they bring in the young boy Heineke, the line moved to 10. But I keep it so real on my show that I gave it a push because they won by 8, because that's the line we gave out was 8. But if y'all watch football, y'all know football, everybody and their mother knew once Alex Smith was ruled out, that line moved to 10. But we're not going to take a victory for that. We're going to give it a push because that's what we gave out on the show was +8. So that one was a push. He gave out also the Rams +3.5. They won outright 30-20 at Seattle. Tame Russell Wilson and company. So right now, Noah went from 8-8 to 15-8. Easily could be 16-8 plus 10.4 units. You're $1,000 better. He got you over 10 grand. You're $100 better. You over $1,000. You do the math. And my teasers, I'm 12-3. Easily should be 14-1, but I'm 12-3. Last week I gave out the Rams 6-point teaser to 9.5, and the Buffalo Bills just to win. And y'all seen both of them handle the business. Though Buffalo only won, I think, by 3-4 points, but I had them at a pick 'em. So we cashed out again. If you guys are not taking our picks, that's on y'all. You got 15-8, should be 16-8, and 12-3. That's money right there. We put the picks out Friday. There's no way we could cheat. It's all in the video. And we give out 2 days, a day before the games. So even if I try to cheat, how can I? So if this ain't as real as it gets, then I don't know what the fuck is. But let's go to this week. It's only 4 NFL games, 4 teams left. No, 8 teams left. Let me say it correctly. 4 games. 8 teams left, 4 games. I'm not touching the Buffalo-Baltimore game. That game is crazy. They got Buffalo -3. That could go either way. Kansas City's -10 over the Browns. Packers are 6.5, and the Saints are -3. So let me give y'all Noah Parker's first 2 picks. He's going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs -10. I'm pretty sure he got his reasoning for that pick. A lot of people talking Browns. Browns could win outright. To me, Odell Beckham ran his mouth. He should have never done that. He should have. You ask me, that's chalkboard material, locker room material. If he thinks by saying that shouldn't get into Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy's hand where they could post that as motivation, you don't do that. You don't do that. And I think that fucked up the chance of them winning. But covering is something else. But he got the Chiefs at -10. And he's going with the Cheeseheads, the Green Bay Packers at -6.5 over the Los Angeles Rams. Those are his 2 free plays. Chiefs 10, Packers 6.5. Now, my 7-point teaser, I got to make it a 7-point because I want the second game to give me the points that I want. I'm taking the Packers who are 6.5, basically money line. The Packers just have to win the game. And as much as I didn't want to touch this game, but I got to. And forgive me, my man Elvis, I'm not going against your team. I'm bringing the Tampa Bay Bucks to 10.5. If you can find 3.5. If you only got 3 and you bring them to 10, 10 is fine. I don't think if they lose, they're going to lose more than 10. Saints blew them out twice and killed them the last game. I mean, they murdered them in every fashion of the way. I'm willing to put Tom Brady in my bet with +10.5, +10, knowingly that the Saints handled them twice easily. I think Tom Brady right now got his hands on this team where they're going to give the Saints everything they can handle. Now, whether they win or lose, that's a different story, but I see it a close game. So here go our 4 picks again. KC -10, Packers -6.5, 2 straight plays by Noah Parker, 6-point teaser, Packers money line, Bucks +10.5. There you go. Free play session. Take advantage. Capitalize on this bread, y'all. Do what y'all got to do, man. Y'all got to make this money, man. And like I said, thank you one more time for tuning in to Open Sessions. TGI Fridays. No drinking and driving. It's the fucking law. Salute to D Beeman. Everybody tuning in. You guys know, man. Y'all gonna get work every Friday night, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern. I don't know why y'all would go anywhere else. Because ain't no motherfucker gonna work as hard as I'm gonna work for y'all. I promise y'all. And it's free of charge. And with that, I love y'all. Stay tuned. I'll see y'all Tuesday for the 15 quickest minutes. Make some money this weekend. No drinking and driving. Love, y'all. Al York Sports, baby.